On today's version of Tuesday Tidbits, we're going to be discussing replacement cost on property insurance and how that works. Hope you enjoy. There's a lot of confusion related to replacement cost on property insurance, primarily when we're talking about homeowners insurance. So most people, if they have a house and they have it insured, they typically have replacement cost coverage, not only on the dwelling or the structure, but also on the contents and perhaps on the appurtenant private structures or outbuildings. But when it comes time for a claim, there can be confusion because the replacement cost coverage on the typical homeowner's policy doesn't actually kick in or activate until you replace. So let me give you kind of an example. So if you have roof damage, that's a very easy one for people to understand because that's a very common claim. So you have a hailstorm, windstorm, and it damages your shingles on your roof. Well, when the adjuster comes out, primarily, or with most carriers, what's going to happen is they're going to assess the damage. They're going to determine the cost to replace, but then they're going to pay you a depreciated actual cash value. So they're going to say, okay, this is the current loss that you've incurred, assuming you don't replace. So if you want to, if the roof is not leaking, you can say, well, I'm not going to replace it. I'm just going to keep going like I am. And in that case, you won't receive replacement cost. However, if you go ahead and replace the roof, at that point, then you're able to go back to the insurance company and get what they call holdback, which is the difference between what they paid you for the actual cash value loss and what it took to replace it. So the replacement cost coverage doesn't kick in until you actually replace. Same thing applies on your personal property. Lightning runs in on TVs, electrical appliances. First settlement they're going to give is actual cash value based on the loss sustained. And then once you actually replace that item, that's when your replacement cost coverage kicks in and they pay you the difference. Sometimes when we see a claim occur, people get upset because they think, oh my gosh, I had replacement cost and the adjuster didn't pay me replacement. And they didn't fully grasp what was going on and how this was all going to occur. And it's probably, oftentimes it's on our part. Maybe we're not doing a good enough job explaining, or it may just be because it's an emotional time for the insurer. They've just had, damage to their property. And so they're trying to make sure that they get everything squared away and it's done in a manner fitting with the coverage that they felt like they had purchased. So if you have questions about those kind of things related to property insurance, what have you, we'd be glad to answer questions, have a conversation. Feel free to give myself or Terry a call here at Westside Advisors, and we'd be glad to chat with you. Hope you have a great week.